Richard, I think, help the technical reset. Laptop, technical reset. Hello. Hello, madam. Ndio najaribu kujoin lakini bado nikaa watu asiallow mtu ajoin. Kiasi. Jina langu inakuja hapo kama Moses, sijui kama unaweza kubali. Ndio hiyo najaribu kuingia.
Sorry. I was talking while on mute. Was it Gerono?
Gerotich.
Oh, Gerotich.
Yes.
That is our next presenter. I'll make my summary. I'll make my comments next week. I want you to present, then I'll make my comments next week. Who is our next presenter?
Then Madla.
Yes, Rono.
Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't present on Voice of the People.
No, we have not gone to drama. We are still in the short story.
Okay, fine.
Drama, wait. We are on the short story. After the short story presentation. So anyone presenting on the short story? Before we start, we are done with the short stories. I'll make my comments next week. Let's start with drama. So that group that wants to talk about the thing around your neck, you can start. Who was that? Who was talking about the thing around your neck? Any group on drama? Rono, Juma, yes?
The Voice of the People, that's a drama.
Yes. You can start.
I will start with the fifth. And then our question was the dramatic stylistic devices. So Voice of the People is one of the political drama. that explores corruption and the struggles for justice in a modern African society. The story follows a school teacher called Nasirumbi, who is a brave, principled young woman who dares to challenge the corrupt system that controls the community. Nasirumbi becomes the symbol of the people's hope, whereby she refuses to be silenced with the powerful people in the government, like that was the boss and the Sibor. At the center of the conflict, boss, a political leader, pretends to defend the democracy and protect the nation's interest. In reality, he manipulates the law, exploits the citizens, and crushes anyone who questions his authority. While the boss insists that his actions are of peace and stability, Nasirumbi insists on truth, justice, and accountability. The tension between Nasirumbi and the boss becomes a prisoner struggle, ordinary citizens demanding their rights, versus leaders clinching to power through propaganda and intimidation. As Nasirumbi realizes the public, the citizens begin to realize that real power lies in their collective voice. Her courage inspires the movements that challenges the false narrative spread by the ruling elite. Through dramatic confrontations, symbolic scenes, and powerful dialogue, that play exposes how leaders misuse democracy while silencing critics. It highlights the importance of civic courage and the need for citizens to stand up against oppression. Voice of the people shows that true democracy is not what leaders proclaim, but what people insist on through unity and truth.
We are not getting you. Think your network.
I will go to our question. Discuss the dramatic styles used in the play Voice of the People by Okio Mtata. Realism. It's a style that presents characters, settings, and events in a truthful manner. It reflects on a real society, the happenings in the real world. In the play, Nasirumbi fights for environmental conservation. She fights for Simbi Forest not to be destroyed by Boss and Sibor, and this reflects on how people in our society who are not in power fights to conserve the environment, which our leaders wants to destroy due to their selfish needs. In the play, Boss tries to give Nasirumbi money so that she can join them in their project of building the resort, but Nasirumbi's family rejects. This reflects on how some of our leaders are corrupt and tries to influence those who opposes their plans by bribing them. In the play, Nasirumbi tells Boss that hundreds are dying around the country for lack of basics and medicine, as Boss and other leaders loot the country to stash money abroad to buy themselves luxuries they don't need. This reflects on how some of the leaders in our society uses public funds meant for development projects to buy themselves luxuries and go to vacations abroad. Another point is dramatic irony. In a style where audience knows something which characters in the play do not know. ends creating tension and suspense. The audience knows that boss is hypocrite by pretending to be in Nasirumbi's side. He pretends to support the mother's front by giving them funds and promising to support them.
Hey, you're breaking. You're really breaking. It's your network.
The audience knows that boss is hypocrite. He pretends to be in Nasirumbi's side. He pretends to support the mother's front by giving them funds and promising to support them. Later, the audience knows that he is pretending so that Nasirumbi may not know his motive. The audience knows that Indondo does not support Boss and Sibor. Boss and Sibor thinks that Indondo is on their side when he offers to help them to talk to the American lady. He also parties with them, making them believe he is on their side. The audience knows this while the characters Boss and Sibor does not. Boss is said to receive an award, the Golden Shield of Honor for exemplary leadership presented by a supposed World Bank special envoy. The audience is aware that the award is orchestrated by editor Indondo through trickery. Boss believes he is receiving award, but the audience knows he is being publicly exposed and humiliated through this ceremony. Another point is symbolism. The newspaper, Voice of the People, the paper and the editor Indondo are symbols or independent truth-seeking media. The play symbolizes the potential for the press to inform, mobilize, and protect the public interest against powerful adversaries. Boss. The name boss is as symbolic. It represents power and authority. CP forest. The forest itself is a powerful symbol of the environment, natural heritage, and a site of conflict between capitalist exploitation and community preservation. Nasirumbi and the Mother's Front symbolizes grassroots activism and nurturing aspect of women in relation to nature. The child corpse, it's a symbolic tip, represents how innocent people suffer, the suffering of innocent souls. Thus, its children are seen as innocent souls who are not meant to suffer. Another point is conflict. It's a struggle or a disagreement between two or opposing forces. The central conflicts in the play revolve around the corrupt leaders, that's Boss and Sibor, and grassroots community activism, that's Nasirumbi and Indondo. There is a conflict between Boss and Nasirumbi. Boss' agenda appears to prioritize development projects that will involve the destruction of Simbi forest driven by motive of personal gain and consolidating power. Nasirumbi opposes trying to protect the forest, which is a vital source of water and provides there is a conflict between Indondo and Sibor, where Sibor confronts Indondo for exposing the government plans through the newspaper. He even threatens Indondo by showing him picture of him with another woman in hotel. Another point is the plot twist. The main plot twist occurs in the final scene where the protagonist turn the antagonist elaborate ceremony into his public humiliation and exposure. Nasirumbi is the protagonist and Boss is the antagonist. Both and his corrupt regime plan a grand public event at the National Stadium where Bose is to receive an award from a World Bank special envoy. The audience and other characters believe this ceremony is genuine. The twist is where instead of an award, Bose is given a child corpse, and the moment becomes a glory moment for Nasirumbi. And this is the downfall of Bose and Sibor. Another point is suspense. Will the forest be saved? The question remains if the Simbi forest will be destroyed for the Paradiso project. Is a constant source of tension. As the play ends, Nasirumbi makes a proclamation to crestfallen Bose. You killed the child and many others. She died at the National Referral Hospital for the lack of medicine. Nasirumbi turns and questions the crowd too. The readers are left in suspense since they have no idea of what comes next after the lost speech and what happened to Simbi Forest Fed. They don't know what happened to the corrupted Bose. Then we had also the dialogue reversed to a conversation between two or more people. In the play, there is a dialogue between the Bose and Sibor when they are in the hotel planning on how to persuade the American woman. There is also a dialogue between Nasirumbi and the Bose when they meet up to talk about Nasirumbi. I think I'm done.
Thank you very much. That was group.
That was group 8.
Thank you very much, group 8, for taking us through voice of the people and exposing the corruption, the corruption
Yes.
that is there, and especially also the issue of environmental degradation, where these people want to destroy the environment so that they can build a factory. Yeah, so that was group 8. So today, how many groups are presented? Group, I need to write that down. Group what and what and what? We started with group
14.
14, eh?
Yes.
Who presented about the arrangers.
Yeah.
And then we went to group. And finally, group 8. Group 8, you were talking about the dramatic styles, eh? In Voice of the People. Cindy, group 8.
Pardon? Yes.
Group 8, you're talking about the dramatic styles in Voice of the People.
Yeah.
And then group 14, they were talking about elements of a short story, using one of the short stories from Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. And then the other group that presented is which group?
Group 15.
Group 15.
Yes.
Well, you were talking about
The themes of identity, migration, and cultural conflict. The thing around your neck
identity, migration,
and cultural
and
conflict.
cultural conflict in the thing around your
Neck.
the thing around your neck. Yeah. So I think we can stop there. I will talk about this not next week, because next week you have a cut. Remember we said we are doing our cut on 2nd. Our online cut is on 2nd of September. That will be our cut 2. Whatever we have been doing is Cat 1. The group discussions form Cat 1. Then the other one is will be Cat 2, the one that we are going to do on Tuesday. On Tuesday, I will tell you the time. I will communicate through your class representatives the time that we are supposed to start our CAT. To be an online CAT. So I'll communicate the time. I sent you the notes. I hope you have the notes on what is literature, the nature of literature, the genres of literature, the functions of literature. That is the introduction that we did. We have also done poetry. Yeah, what is poetry? What are the characteristics of poetry? Yeah, the sound patterns in poetry, the sense devices in poetry. We have also looked at we have looked at prose. Yeah, we've looked at prose. We have looked at what prose is. What are the characteristics of prose? The general characteristics of prose. We have looked at that. We have looked at the types of prose. We said we have the novel, the novella, and the short story. So we went through the novels, The River Between, and Things Fall Apart. Then the types of prose, the short story, and the novel. We have done that. So I hope all of you have been able to access the notes that I sent. Yeah, I sent the notes recently. So you'll read up to there because I'm supposed to start from drama. So the exam will come from, if you look at my notes, the exam will come from lesson 1 to lesson 9. So we all have the notes. I want one of you to unmute and tell me whether you.
Yes, we have the notes.
Yes. So the CAT will come from lesson 1 to lesson 9. Yeah. So prepare for the online CAT next Tuesday. Do you want it in the morning during the class or you want it in the evening?
Morning.
Morning.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Or you want it in the morning?
Yes.
That will be 2nd of December. So when you have an online CAT. And then tell all your friends to do that CAT because I'll not give a makeup CAT. So make sure you prepare well and make sure you do the CAT because I'm going to give another CAT. So they should just prepare well. So inform them. So it's like you're reading almost everything because the only thing that we are left with is drama. So it's like you're reading almost everything that we have been doing from the beginning. So make sure you read and read well, except drama, because drama we have not done drama. But for the other things, all of them, you're reading. All of them you're reading. So somebody addressed her hand. Who was that? Who was that who addressed her hand? Okay, so we can stop there for today. Next week. For those who have not accessed the notes are just on your group chat. So go and get them and read them. Read the books. 1, Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. Number 2, either Things Fall Apart or The River Between. Yeah.
Yes.
Then read the short story. Either the thing around your neck or the arrangers, both by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. The poems are there in your notes. You read about the poems. And then, of course, read the first part of the notes, just the introduction to literature. What is literature? What is the nature of literature? What are the functions of literature? What is prose? What are the characteristics of prose? What is a short story? What are the elements of a short story? You know, such things. So read, prepare well for the cat.
Same to you.
Okay.
Thank you.